Good morning across the domain.
Good morning and welcome to Lotus. Lotus is a live interactive podcast created by the Imperial Media Relations team. And the whole purpose of Lotus is to connect our members to the leaders in our organization in an up close and personal way. Lotus is live and we want to hear from you.
Yes, we do. And as you see below there, you see the link to our YouTube page. Please go to our YouTube page. We want you to take and subscribe, like, comment, share, because this just let us know how we're doing. So to introduce myself to Lotus, linking others to Unified Shrindom, my name is Past Potentate Jerome, aka Lollipop Williams, all the way out of Alpha Root Temple, Oasis of Columbus, Desert of Georgia. Root.
And I am honorary past commandress, daughter Jacqueline Netherland, aka Powder Puff the Clown. I'm from the Oasis of Memphis, Desert of Tennessee. Mula is also the home of the 48th Imperial Commandress, daughter Jacqueline Brown Arredondo.
Okay, so now we're gonna take and put it out here where we have a spot on our show, on our podcast, in order for you to advertise, okay? Our marketing piece. So take and send your advertisement to pr@aeonms.org. Now, Powder Puff.
Yes.
Who are we sponsored by today?
Today, we are being sponsored by the 48th Imperial Commandress's Blood Drive. So if you missed the promo from the 44th Imperial Potentate and 48th Imperial Commandress, you can check it out right now.
Greetings, nobles, daughters, family, and friends. I encourage you to schedule your appointment to support our joint Imperial Blood Drive by going to Vitalant.org and using the code MO. You can donate at any Vitalant Center in your area from April 17, 2021 until May 1st, 2021. The Bloodmobile will be on site at the Imperial headquarters located at 2239 Democrat Road, Memphis, Tennessee 38132, Saturday, April 17, 2021, from 10 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Please support our joint community service event.
Well, everybody, this is important because this is why I changed the name of the NDI to the Community Health Initiatives. This will provide vital blood for people who are having surgeries, who have been injured, and just who need blood transfusion for blood cleansing purposes. It's important, folks. We got to get out, help our communities, help people in need. So let's support the Imperial Commanders on this initiative and put our name on the rolls in Memphis, Tennessee as being an impactful player. God bless you.
All right. Now, if you happen to be in Memphis on the 17th, where's the home of the headquarters, who is under the leadership of the 44th Imperial Potentate, none other than past Potentate John T. Chapman, who's our Imperial Potentate. So if you're in Memphis, stop by there, but don't let that stop you if you're not in Memphis and stuff. So no matter where you are, stop it. Just give a little blood and stuff, okay? All right. Now,
absolutely. Please do your part. Just as the Imperial Potentate stated, there is a shortage across the U.S. So please, we're counting on you to do your part.
All right. Now, before we introduce our guests, we want to do a little something like this right here. We want y'all to take and go in our comments, in our chat pane, in our boxes. We want you to take and rep your temples, your
courts,
as well as
your HBCU.
Okay. Now, now, if you're on Facebook, we want you to take and make sure that what they got to do, Jack, in order for them to know who they are on Facebook?
If on Facebook, we need them to give StreamYard authorization to be able to share their comments and pictures. So all they need to do is go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard access to their Facebook page.
Because otherwise, the only thing it'll say is Facebook user. So come on now, rep your temples, rep your courts, rep your HBCU. Let's do this.
We got Alizar Court number 181.
Thank you, Facebook.
Good morning.
User. We have daughter Keisha Williams, past commanders out of Massaud Court, out of Oasis of West Palm Beach, Desert of Florida. Thank you, ma'am.
We have daughter Jellison out of El-Khateef Court number 115. Good morning.
Hello. What's up, Bubbles?
We got AAMU.
Good morning, Al Tabari Court 28 out of Oasis of Albany, Desert of New York and Canada. Good morning up there.
Good morning.
All right. So now we're going to take and bring on our first guest. Today we got a new initiative that's starting out in Imperial Council and stuff. So our first guest is none other than honorary past potentate Rashad Lewis, coming out of Nabar Temple number 128. Nabar's coming.
Good morning, Jerome. Good morning, good morning, good morning, team.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, first and foremost, I know what your title is, and I want you to tell everybody what your title is, but do you mind if I call you Rashad?
No problem at all, sir.
Okay. All right, Rashad, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. Thank you for coming on, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks for having me this morning. To everybody in the domain, honorary past potentate Rashad Lewis, Nabar Temple 128, Atlanta, Georgia, Desert of Georgia. I'm a proud graduate of Alabama A&M University, class of 99, environmental science, minor in chemistry, and I am ecstatic about our new initiative.
Okay.
All right. Next, we'll have Imperial Deputy Director, honorary past potentate Richard Snow out of Pyramid number 1.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Well, tell us a little bit of something about yourself.
Well,
Richard.
Once again, honorary past potentate Richard Lee Snow. I'm out of Pyramid Temple number 1. That is the oasis of Philadelphia and the desert of Pennsylvania, and the home of the 44th Imperial potentate John T. Chapman. And so I'm representing FAMU today, the Rattler Nation. I didn't go to FAMU, but I'm representing my good friend Spencer T. Bruce and Noble. And during the day, I work for UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, and we help students get to and through college. So I am very excited about this initiative.
Awesome. Well, we're super glad to have you all on our show. Again, this is the Lotus Show. So we dropping titles.
Okay. Now, next we have all the way from the West Coast, none other than past potentate Leroy Watson, who's the Deputy Director as well for this department. Good morning, sir.
Yay. Thanks for having me.
Oh, all right. Now, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Rashad. I know your title, due respect, but do you mind if I call you Leroy?
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, do me a favor. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, again, my name is Leroy Watson. I'm a past potentate out of Menelik Temple, number 36. Recently pursuing my doctorate degree in educational leadership. I'm ecstatic about this program that the Imperial Council has initiated, and I'm just looking forward to helping our youth get through school and help supporting the HBCUs. And I'm representing Menelik.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all, gentlemen, for coming in today.
Yes.
So first, Rashad, tell us a little bit about the mission and vision of this department. What is this all about?
So I know right now it seems to be a fad for HBCUs, but myself, Leroy, and Richard have had this for the last year, almost 2 years. We've been formulating this program, and it is simply this. Our mission is to give, and give through financial means, and to assist our students at HBCUs a way to stay in school through scholarship funding. And we hope to continue this mission and to have a HBCU of the month. For all monies collected goes to that individual HBCU. This is a monumental occasion. This is a great way for us to assist our students.
Outstanding. Hey, you all, this is a live segment. Please drop your questions and comments into the chat pane for our guests. Richard, when will the initiative launch and how will this be marketed to the domain and abroad?
Well, thank you for that question. We appreciate it. We will launch officially on May 1st. So look throughout the social media pages. We're going to have an extensive marketing campaign. So we're going to be visible. You're going to see us everywhere. But the most important way to get out the word is word of mouth. We need ambassadors of this program. So tell a friend about all the good things. And, there is nothing better for education than HBCUs. And we're here to drive that initiative.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, so Leroy, how would the money be distributed throughout the school to the students?
So the funds will be distributed through the Imperial Council, through the Prince Hall Shriners Foundation. That's our main collection point for the monies, and the monies will be distributed as the Imperial Council and the committee directs. We are going to have a bunch of different initiatives going at the same time, so funds will be distributed as needed.
Okay. Rashad,
Yes,
how
ma'am.
many scholarships will be given annually?
So currently the plan is for us to have an HBCU of the month. So all money is collected for the month, let's say for May. Let's say we pick a certain school, any task is at hand. So let's say we collect $10,000. Okay, that $10,000 will go to that school's general scholarship fund. That school will then pick a worthy student and select them to award that scholarship to. So it'll be a combination of us giving to the school for that month, and then also the school selecting a student to receive those funds. And also, the Imperial Council will have a dedicated way of letting the domain know how much was collected and how much each school has received each month.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. But that leads me to another question. Hey, Richard. So since you are giving that money to the school, now how is it that is all HBCUs eligible, and how do you go about picking an HBCU school to support that year?
Thank you, Brother Lollipop. Yes, all HBCUs are eligible. And as Brother Rashad stated, we will have an HBCU of the month. That will be chosen by a drawing. We'll just put everyone's name in a hat, so to speak, pull out a name, and that will be the HBCU of the month. And all monies collected during that month will go to that HBCU. But as we grow this initiative, we're going to be spreading out and try to make sure we're reaching all of the regions. We're getting all of the schools. But those are things to come. So if you would flash on the screen where people can get to us for questions. If you have any individual questions that we can't answer, please go to hbcu@aeaonms.org, and we'll be sure to get back to you with details.
All right. Thank you so much. You all, this is the Lotus Show, so I need y'all to wake up just a little bit, show me a little more energy, because now it's time for the Who You With segment of the show again. So please drop your temples, ports, and HBCUs in the chat pane.
Who you with?
3-6.
All right, let's get it.
We have Alizar 181 out of Huntsville, Alabama.
Facebook user, Oro Temple number 9, El Paso, Texas, Desert of Texas.
We got C at Florida A&M University, 1976. I see you.
Okay, Facebook user, daughter Allison Bryant, Al Bar Court 168, Oasis of Camden, Desert of South Carolina. Oh, Florida Memorial College. Okay, all right, thank you.
Greetings for Ossipity Court number 186, Oasis of Valdosta, Desert of Georgia.
Okay, Akeisha, now you represent Bethune-Cookman, class of 98. Okay. Florida.
1998. Okay, daughter Dimples. Hey, Kedab Court number 46, Oasis of Birmingham, Desert of Alabama.
Okay, Fatima Court, number 30 out of Covington, Oasis of Covington, Desert of Tennessee. Okay, the volunteers.
Good morning. We have Al Tabori Court number 28, Oasis of Albany, Desert of New York and Canada. Thank you all for dropping your temples and courts in the chat pane and HBCU. Okay, now we have another question coming up. This one is for you, Leroy. How is the initiative funded?
Again, the initiative is funded by various means, but the most important means is through individual donations, which you can, if you have any more questions about how the donations are given, you can go again to our email address, which is hbcu@aeaonms.org. But we will also, as the program expands, we'll be reaching out to different corporations and other avenues for donation opportunities.
And is it tax deductible?
It is tax deductible. Yes, the Prince Hall Shriners Foundation is a 501c3, and all donations through that platform will be tax deductible.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So let's where those questions are coming from our users and stuff. But in the meantime, so Rashad, with us being an organization that's been around so long, what took the Imperial Council so long in order for us to get to this stage right here?
Well, we've always supported HBCUs. I think now we're just making it more public. We've always been at the forefront of research and development of certain institutions. Now we're just highlighting that effort and bringing more attention to it.
Okay, we have a question coming in from our audience. What is the criteria for being awarded a scholarship? Rashad, can you answer that question? What is the criteria to be awarded a scholarship?
So once the school is selected for that month, right, we will work with the school and the school administration to determine what students at that university is in most need, right? So a child who has a balance, who is a good student, would most likely get that award. Somebody who's already has their school paid for, of course, they wouldn't get it. But this is definitely a child who needs the monies to complete school, right? So we want to make sure we help the least of these, right? Because a lot of people don't have money for college. And so we want to be those pillars to assist those who are in need to move through post-secondary education.
No problem. So it's not really driven by your GPA. It's more need-based versus GPA or a combination.
Well, now it'll be both. So of course you want a student who is doing well in school.
Okay.
But that's not going to be the sole point, right? So we want to have various means and methods to determine who will receive that or receive those monies.
Okay.
Hey Jackie, can I add to that if you don't mind?
Absolutely. Thanks, Leroy.
So basically, we're going to just work with the schools. We're just going to work with the schools, and we're going to provide the schools a generalized criteria such as GPA, financial need base, things of that nature. and the schools will actually make the determination of the students. So we're just going to provide a general criteria to the school, and then they'll submit the names to us to tell us who the recipients will be.
Okay. So Leroy, since you up there, you just stated that. This question is to you then. Since you made that statement, so do the student have to apply for the scholarship, or do the school just pick a student?
So at this time, we are not handling individual scholarships. We're working primarily with the HBCUs. So there will not be a specific scholarship application at this time. So the answer to that question would be no at this time. But in the future, that may change. So again, pose that question to our email address, hbcu@aeaonms.org, and we'll get a more direct answer to your question.
Okay, so real quick then. So hypothetically speaking, if we were donated $10,000 to that school, do the whole $10,000 go to that one student, or is it divided amongst other ones? Richard.
Yeah, and thank you for that question, Lollipop. As I mentioned, working for UNCF, this is basically what I do every day. We have not communicated with the school directly and come up with whether it would be one person or multiple students. At this point, our focus is just raising the money for the school and having them recommend who that student is or who those students are. So as a committee, as we continue to move forward in this initiative, as you live, you learn. So we're going to grow into that. At this point, we haven't decided whether it be one or multiple students. But at the end of the day, even helping one student is making a difference.
Absolutely. It's all about the impact. This question is for Leroy. Can a student be awarded a scholarship more than once?
Is he froze over there?
I'll take
Okay,
that question,
Rashad.
Jackie.
Okay, go ahead.
Leroy, go ahead, Leroy.
So a student, it depends on the school. If the school has a need for that student to receive more than one scholarship, if we give more than once to the school, then that's up to the school to give that monies to the individual student. Because we are not having individual scholarships at this time, so we don't really have a need to award a scholarship more than once. But again, that's something as Richard said, as we grow, we learn. So that may be something we address later in the future as far as supporting a student throughout their school experience. So giving an annual scholarship every year to one student may be something that we do. But at this time, our primary focus is donating money to individual schools and then allowing them to select the students to receive those monies.
And if I could jump in, I would also add, because we're rotating schools, it's unlikely that school will be back to back. So hopefully at the end of the day, we're trying to spread it, across. But as Brother Watson said, the school will determine who gets the scholarship based on our criteria.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we got another question coming from our Facebook. Coming from out of Syrian Court, daughter Robinson. Is this in conjunction with student aid as well? Rashad?
No, this is completely separate, and that's a great question. Student aid is its own singular department and activity. This initiative is also singular and is separate from student aid. So our general purpose will be strictly for HBCUs, where student aid can go to any school. Student aid is a purpose or a function of the deserts and the purpose of the L.O.T.U.S. So that function is strictly for deserts. This is strictly for HBCUs.
Okay, all right.
We have another question coming from our audience. Will we monitor how funds are being distributed? Let's go with Rashad.
Yes. So each month, there will be a detailed account on how much money was collected that month for that school. That school will receive those funds each month. So let's say month of May, we have Payne College. We raised $12,000 for Payne College. Mm-hmm. That $12,000 goes to Payne College. And let me say this, as somebody who is cheap as I am, we are going to make sure as a committee and as a body that funds are distributed directly to that school. This initiative hinges on your support. It hinges on corporate support. And the one thing that corporations look for, what are the members doing first themselves prior to them giving to us? So if we can show a record of giving to institutions of higher learning, they'll be more enabled or more intact to give to us as well. So we will have a detailed accounting system for everyone to see.
Absolutely. Doing an impact analysis is very important. Thank you.
Exactly.
Rashad, real quick. Are the donations going to be given to the school every month, or is it going to be annually?
No. So when we pick an HBCU of the month, so at the end of May, we will, so we have 10,000 that's been raised. That 10,000 will then be distributed to that HBCU of the month. It will be given to them the following month. So each month we have an HBCU of the month. And the following month, those monies will be distributed to that school.
Thank you. Okay. Now it's time for the Who You With segment of the show. Again, drop your temples, ports, and HBCUs in the chat pane.
All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Hey, I see Leroy representing that Virginia State Trojan Nation.
We got Menzel Temple. Okay. We got Menzel Temple number 35. Oasis of Rock Hill, Desert of South Carolina. Great job as usual. I am our team. Well, thank you.
Thanks, boss.
Jawan Avery. That's our administrator, Jawan Avery.
Facebook user, daughter Kim
Shropshire.
Okay. Oh, okay. My bad. She's not a moolah. Cool. Okay.
Moolah. We have honorary past potentate Don Mills out of Dort Temple number 76. Oasis of Houston, County of Texas. What? Oh, Desert of Texas.
Historic Doric.
Historic.
Good morning, daughter Chandra McKenna. Another moolah court daughter.
Moolah.
We got Ossippi Court in the house.
Ossippi Court. We got moolah.
This is about that HBCU dad. Okay. I see you, Leroy. I see
University. Okay, home of them. We got Alabama A&M. I see you over there, Rashad. I see you.
Persian Temple, number 46. Indiana. Okay. All right. So I heard that y'all have a big announcement that you all want to make. I'm excited about this here department and stuff that you all are supporting.
Okay,
HBCU.
We can't really read his lips. Okay, go ahead.
I'm excited about y'all supporting HBCUs. Rashad, what is this announcement that you all have?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I'm a big proponent of before you ask of anything of others to do, be willing to do it yourself. So if we want to ask the domain to give money, it's contingent upon us to give as well. So I, Rashad Lewis, will pledge and donate $1,000 towards this initiative.
Oh, that's a good question. See that one on Facebook.
Wow. Brother Rashad, that y'all come strong at A&M, don't y'all? I can't leave you hanging, my brother. What a great thing to do. I'm going to join your $1,000 pledge.
Thank you, sir. That's awesome.
Wait. This is what we doing today? This how we support HBCUs? Well, I can't let Mental go unrepresented. So past potentate Leroy Watson, I'm also going to donate $1,000.
Woo! Okay.
What? Wait a minute, hold on. I just seen something from the green room that our Imperial potentate, John T. Chapman, has upped you all one and donated $2,500 towards this initiative.
What?
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Potentate.
Sir.
Imperial Potentate.
That's how we do it right there.
Yes, thank you all for those donations. And thank you, Imperial Potentate. We have our last question coming in from the audience. To ensure equitable distribution, what is being planned to ensure that smaller HBCUs who may not have the same alumni base as the larger schools receive funds to the same degree or magnitude as the larger HBCUs? Richard.
Yes, and what a great question to be the last question. But we are not discriminating in any way. We want to be able to support every HBCU across the country to the extent to which we can. That's why when we talk about doing the HBCU of the month, the fairest way that we came up with would be to do a drawing, pick a school each month. But again, as we continue this initiation, we're going to be strategizing and figuring out ways to make sure we touch every HBCU across the country, whether big or small, no matter what part of the country you're in. But we're in this for all of you. So look forward to that.
Great answer, Richard.
Very good answer.
Okay. So there's another question that just came in. When funds are raised monthly, is there a list in order of schools? Is the school selected before the funds are collected? Leroy.
Yeah, thanks. That's a great question. And Lollipop, I appreciate you posing that question to us. Like we said, every month, we're going to do an interactive drawing. We're going to try to do it live on Facebook. We're going to try to pull a name out of the hat and pick a school. Once that school is selected, that school will stay out of the hat until every school gets a chance to be selected as school of the month. So just look forward to us doing that every month, and we're going to pull a name out of a hat. We're going to pick that school, and then hopefully we all can raise a lot of money for that school. So stay tuned.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We're going to do final comments. Let's start with you, Richard.
Yeah, well, thank you once again for having us. We are excited about this initiative, and we can't make a difference unless you give, and we want everyone to give. The different fraternities and sororities represent your organization. Whether you just give a little, you can give in the amount of the year of your founding, whether it's 1906, 1908, 1911, 1913, 1950, 1920, 22, or 1963, because every little bit helps. So join in and let's make a difference. Let's make this work.
Very good answer.
Okay.
Now we'll have closing remarks. Go ahead.
Leroy, talk to any closing comments from you, my good friend.
Yes, extremely excited about this initiative, and we look forward to launching a bunch of different. So look out for some merch. We got some merch coming to y'all. Look out on the social media pages as we continue to grow this initiative. And I'd just like to say that I'm just so thankful to be a part of this HBCU initiative, and we're going to support you all as we support our schools. Just always remember, a mind is a wonderful thing to cultivate.
Absolutely. And now, Rashad.
Yes, ma'am.
Closing remarks.
Yes.
Alabama A&M University.
All day, every day. So to the domain, I implore you to become engaged with our department. As the grandson of Alabama State graduate class of 49 and 51, respectively, I'm Gene Cobb and Leroy Finch. This is personal for me. As someone who finished from an HBCU, someone who worked at Publix during the spring to keep money in my pocket, as somebody who played football, who walked on and earned a full scholarship. It was because I went to an HBCU. Wow. And they gave me a opportunity that I didn't have anywhere else. You know, I want to play football. Schools didn't take me. A&M said, we'll give you a shot. And in 3 years in the college, I earned a full football scholarship because A&M gave me opportunity. So I am internally indebted to my HBCU. I'm internally indebted to all HBCUs. These were schools that were always for the purposes of educating those who couldn't get education anywhere else. And they have produced, and they continue to produce, the best and the brightest. Yes. So I ask each of you throughout the domain, partner with us, join us as we give and give more abundantly to our HBCUs who have been, and it has been documented, who have been underserved since their inception. Help us, partner with us. Thank you so much.
Wow. Way to close that out, Rashad. Very impactful. Thank you for sharing your story. Now, this concludes our Lotus show. We want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. Please tune in every fourth Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this podcast.
All right.
Peace.
Love.
And until next time.